Last time on Sean 911. In the evening, Ivy presented Finn with a glow-in-the-dark coin, earned with her overtime, before Carter reunited with everyone, while they reunited with Steel-Eye Dixon. The party went into the Fallen District, the area of the city left over after the Great Crystal Tower fell out of the sky years ago on the very anniversary. The anniversary. A super dead elf went splat from a very far place before urging children descended like carry-on birds. There was nothing left. They were attacked by ravers, not that kind. Shadowy entities that were very weak to giant fuck-off spikes shredding their feet. After Ivy's killer opener, Finn summoned a rose garden and went into a panic attack, killing everything around him. Dixon and Carter had a shootout with the monsters, completely dispelling the charm that Shoshana had so graciously crafted, while Toman and Magnum generated enough electricity to power the market district. Magnum summoned a light buddy and touched Magnum summoned a light buddy that touched Finn's shadow buddy, to the effect of, this part has been scratched out, so we'll just move on. They met a mercenary named Steven with a metal dog, and after clever tactics failed, they resorted to cleaver tactics, only stopping once even Stevens gave up and traded allegiance to the party for a few gold. Throwing coins at the problem seemed to solve it, and he seemed to manage the cultists who were left while the party investigated the further in. While Finn and Toman cosplayed as cultists, the group moved to the internal workings of the cultist lair, avoiding problems until finding a locked cell. In the middle of the search, they found the first victim, or more accurately, her sister, saving her from her shackles, but sending a new ally and his dog to go after her to confirm what she said was true. Further in, they found not only the cult leader, but the other three victims, now each alive and well. Engaging immediately, Shoshana casts silence and... until the party split to pursue the fleeing cult leader. They arrested or killed those involved immediately.
Jesus Christ, dude.
That was a good joke, and I had a moment where I was like, did my internet cut out? No, I get it. Jesus.
It never stops being
No, this
hilarious.
was me the whole time.
I go to the correct chat this time.
All right.
I forgot about Ghost Buddy.
Ghost Buddy is always with us.
I love Ghost Buddy.
We rejoin. Okay, we rejoin our party in the cult's main temple area in the creepy basement of this abandoned church, where the leader and several followers have either been knocked out or taken prisoner. And looking into their supposed vampire coffin ruler, there was not inside but a creepy-looking dagger and a few random valuables. And an empty envelope that once contained bearer bonds. What's everybody up to?
Magnum's leaning against the wall in the corner, looking slightly sulky, while Scragamuffin is staring at Ghosty Friend because...
Oh, sorry, Lynn, you were saying something?
Yeah. Did I not come through?
No, sorry.
Ah!
No, I heard the very end of it.
Magnum is standing sulkily in the corner, leaning against the wall, while Scragamuffin watches Ghosty Friend, because we all know cats are halfway between.
Ah.
Mm. No, the ones that aren't knocked out, are any of them, like, talking, or are they just being quiet?
They are being quiet and trying not to draw too much attention to themselves.
Mm.
And they're being super quiet if the zone of silence is still up.
It is not.
We've just left the sweat out in silence for a bit. The elven woman, Alaris, will finally stand up and just very proudly demand, I do not need to put up with this. I have my lawyer.
Where?
Your lawyer isn't.
You're also
And I had
legally
to-
dead.
That's also true.
Care to explain how that's possible exactly?
He fairly like Stanley haughtily crosses her arms. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Inside check?
Please, if you'd like.
No, maybe they've been living in this basement for 6 months. Who knows?
Yeah, she is clearly being obtuse.
I just stare. I don't say anything. I just stare creepily directly into her eyes.
Look, don't we have the articles or something we got?
Yes, we have evidence from every scene.
Yes. Whatever, if she feels like being a jerk, she can be a jerk. But we already know that she is considered dead, so have fun being a ghost.
Does that mean I can go?
No.
Oh,
Actually, I might have a few questions for you if that's. All right. Give me 2 seconds. So first off, you want to tell me how you were connected to all this? Obviously, you were running an auction scam and it wasn't cultisy. So tell me more about the auction, and I'll scam, and I will pull out the auction listings, the ledgers, including the ins and outs, and I will ask her to explain what are these lot coins going into, and what are the ins that are much higher paid.
she doesn't even like look at them. It's like refuse to make any comment without my lawyer present. But at the very far
You
end
need
of
a lawyer?
the lineup, Zeke just sighs. It's an insurance scam.
Well, that much is clear. So who are you working for?
Me.
You're running the entire operation?
He nods.
And why
You're
would
not
you
getting
come
help
up with
from
a cult-
anyone.
Well, these guys. And he just points at the others.
These guys
Except-
suck.
Except for Alaris, who's like, I have never seen this man before in my entire life.
Will you
Shut up.
stop lying? You
No!
Can somebody who's better at reading poker faces confirm that this asshole isn't working for anyone else?
I
mean, Is he still wearing his creepy mask? No,
Someone will
seriously.
take the mask off of him.
Is he
please,
though?
sir.
What's he look like?
Jeff, is he still wearing his mask?
Not anymore. No.
Okay. Then yes, I will insight check this man.
Yeah. Once you take the mask off,
Well, okay, is he wearing it or not?
Toman just took it off.
Okay, well, I
Once,
guess it's
and he
Toman
asked,
doing it,
"What
I
does he
won't
look
do it.
like?" And I was trying to think of like, I was gonna say like he looks kind of dweeby, and then I'm just like, yeah, he looks like Jeff.
To be fair, he was doing a Batman voice last session.
Yes, if you'd like to roll insight, this would be the time.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he seems to be telling the truth. He's just kind of wants this over with now. He just
Toman is just like beside himself. Okay. Let's back up. We had a legitimate question. What were the dead bodies?
okay. Follow me on this one because this is where it gets nuts.
Okay.
So he points to the various companions here. So she'd highlight items, he'd steal the items, he'd overinsure the items, right?
Yeah.
The items are garbage. Their items were like absolute crap, like the easiest, cheapest stuff we could buy, right?
Oh my god, I
Yeah,
know what it
yeah.
is.
One of the items was actually magic.
Okay.
I know what it is!
What is it?
I have a
Turns
feeling
his
it's not
body into
that.
the person who stabs them with it. Is that what it is?
Shoshana's saying.
That's not Shoshana, that's fucking me. I'm just, I don't know.
Damn it! No, come on. All right. So Toman's like, all right. So what is it?
It's a magic dagger that turns you into the body of whoever stabbed you.
Wow, that's amazing. That's so cool. Where is it?
It's in the vampire tomb.
I have that dagger.
Thank you for your time.
Yes!
No.
The best
It
person
is.
to have it.
It's in my bag.
Oh my god.
Sure.
Don't get rid of that. I'm gonna need to borrow it sometime, probably.
Who
Uh,
would it turn
at
into
that
for you,
point-
I wonder?
Dixon does step in and just says, "That dagger's evidence. It's gonna have to go to the watch."
Come on, Dixon! Be a pal! It's not the first time I've legally died. It won't be the last.
Just the sidelong glare, like shaking his head.
Carter will walk over and hand him the dagger.
I said legally.
Then we'll just take it from the evidence locker later.
He slips it into his coat for safekeeping.
Well, it is actually super important evidence because since the murderer transmutes the corpse into themselves, it'll pretty much serve as confession for you three idiots.
So who are the
Hey,
three?
we need to tell that woman that was definitely not a sister.
Shit.
Okay.
Definitely not whose sister.
The woman who shackled herself, she lied. I'm pretty
Let me
sure that was
find
just
her
someone she killed with that knife.
She didn't kill anyone with that knife. The body died from a head injury.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Sorry.
name. Did you kill Delphina?
Who?
Fauna. Tall blonde red dress.
He looks over at Alaris like, "Did you know what they're talking about?" And they both just shrug.
Were you dating a girl named Del? Who had a sister? Looked just like her.
Sorry, you broke up there. Can you repeat that?
Oh, I'm sorry. He's asking basically, did you help kill Christine, which is Delthana's sister, which I think I phrased that backwards earlier. point.
Recognizes.
Delphana is the one that we encountered in this.
Yes, I know, but I don't know
Yeah.
which one he
No,
knows.
I was letting Jeff know. Just in case.
He recognizes Delthana's. Like, yeah, that
Okay.
was Delthana, wasn't it? Did
Yeah.
she steal the dagger? Oh,
Why was she chained in the next room?
she was.
I
Well,
look
there's
at
supposed to be
the
bear bonds in
elven
the
lady.
coffin.
This is as confusing to her as anyone else.
Where their bearer bonds supposed to be in that coffin.
Wait, they're
Did she-
not?
God damn it, I knew it!
Magnum sighs, pushes off the wall. After her?
People need to hustle. Don't date a woman that can hustle if you can't handle her.
It's fine. Steven's on the case.
The guy with the dog?
Yeah, he's following her right now.
Okay, that's good, I think.
He'll let us know where she goes.
So
Okay.
how was 5 of them connected to all this?
Sorry, what did you ask? M?
Am I breaking up really bad tonight? My internet has been shit today.
Even when you're not breaking up, you're coming in really quiet.
Okay, I'll see if I can fix that in a minute. I was asking about 5 of them, the one that was supposedly running from Overland's house. I was asking who that was.
Oh. And the Z kind of like hesitates. Someone had to get stabbed for the dagger to work.
So
Overland's
what
corpse
did-
was probably 5 of them.
Okay. And why did you start a fucking scam? A cult scam, if you will. What's the cult inspiration about?
Oh. And he just kind of waves his hands. After the war, people really want spiritual answers, and it's really easy to take advantage of that. Nobody knows how the blood of Vol actually works. I just come down here, I'm like, ooh, I speak for the vampire lord, and he'll reveal to you the secrets of eternity. And then everybody's like, ooh, take my money.
Okay, you're an idiot and you're going to jail forever. Hey, Carter.
Hi.
It's all right.
Whose name was supposed to be on the bearer bonds?
Oh, there's no name on them. They're open ended.
Of course, but there was not supposed to be a name on them for a reason. What for?
That we could divide it up between all 4 of us.
Fair enough.
Well, Dixon, is this the last case for the day?
I think that about marks the end of it, but we're still gonna have to run down the dame.
One more question. How's the Kundarik Bank connected to all this?
Zeke just kind of shrugs. They're the one paying out the bearer bonds.
Any other connection from them? They know you're running a scam.
If they did, they would be paying us the bearer bonds.
Fair enough.
Dixon pipes in like, yeah, and once they find out about all this, those bearer bonds are gonna get recalled pretty fast.
Oh, that's great. Yeah.
Where is Shoshana off to? X?
I said leaving out.
Everybody's breaking up tonight. It's
I
terrible.
left like 20 minutes ago when all the important questions got answered.
Left for where?
Well, just not to be here anymore, first of all, but like if I go upstairs and I find 15 minutes ago that the body of Steven and his dog is like right outside the door, that'd be great too. Like, if there's something going on up there.
Steven's a powerful warrior. I don't know what you mean. He could be dead. That's not true.
I mean, hopefully he's not, but like if there's any sort of off-screen action that's occurring, I'm hoping to intercept it.
And if he's if he
Me
is
and my
dead,
no spell slots
I'm with you.
and my 8 hit points.
if he's dead, dibs on his dog.
Yeah, sure, you can have it.
And Magnum started leaving when he was like, "Hey, are we after her?" And then he just started leaving. I didn't realize no one else was following him.
Speaking of which, the dog, once you reach the top of the stairs, the dog is there.
Oh, goody.
Oh, where's Steve?
Nowhere in sight. The dog like barks excitedly at you and like tries to run off, and then comes back.
Okay, I'll follow
and
the dog.
barks.
I'll follow the dog.
Yeah.
Follow the dog.
Is anybody else up to anything in the basement here?
Ivy wanted to thoroughly go over this place. Like, there were like at least 2 places we didn't explore, so she wanted to go look through them.
Yeah. The rooms in the south part?
Mm-hmm.
Not that layer. There's a couple more cultists at work there who, again, seem tremendously oblivious to anything that's going on. The rooms themselves are libraries filled with religious mumbo-jumbo textbooks. It even a cursory glance, and you're like, well, that's not how that works.
And the water room?
Oh, it's just a flooded part of the basement.
Okay. So that probably would have taken, what, like half an hour to go through? Less?
Yeah, thereabouts.
Alright, so that's what Ivy was up to.
The mad cartographer. What's that?
Legend tells of a
someone
place
will-
called Patreon that sells maps.
Oh.
If after the 30-ish minute mark, people are ready to leave, then Tillman would leave with those people.
Yeah, I'd head out with everyone else.
Carter was gonna stick with Dixon if he's gonna stay and like round these people up for, I assume, the calling
Yep.
of the watch to take them away.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's pretty much how that's gonna go down. He'll
Yeah, then Finn will stay with Carter then. Sorry.
It's fine. Someone doesn't want to be here when the cops are here, so yeah, leave.
you'll have to walk a bit. The cops are not coming to this part of town.
Oh yeah, that's right. Why would they? How
Again.
how silly of me.
This is the zombie apocalypse district. Is anybody following the dog aside from Shoshana? All right. Anybody else? No?
Toman and I think it was only Ivy that left with him are 30 minutes behind. Once he got out there, if there was an obvious trail, he might start that, but yeah.
Not gonna worry too hard about the timing on that one. Just flat out, like if you want to follow the dog, you
Okay,
can.
sure.
Fine.
Hee.
Stupid.
Oh, where'd you go? Dog, Iron Defender is the proper name. The Iron Defender leads you on a merry chase through the city, going back and forth on the streets, leading you up levels, down levels. Again,
He's like, does it seem like he's just kind of going in circles for fun?
no, like he definitely seems to have a purpose, and anytime you like manage to slow down or like get tired, like this guy, he stops, comes back, like maybe even like bites onto your clothing and drags you along. But he leads you around the lower levels and over towards Lower Tavik's Landing.
Oh my god.
Where you find yourself. Oh, let's make sure I got this right. Back at the terminus station.
Okay. Are we stopping another train?
Every episode is going to end with a train chase.
How long does this whole process take, by the way?
From departing to arriving there, I believe it takes you an hour.
Okay, then I no longer have my
My
ghost
god,
again.
this map is enormous.
You move in through the north doors, where the dog leads you down the stairs to where Steven is waiting. Who, despite it obviously being made of Mendel, bends down and like gives him head pats, like, "Oh, you brought him. Who's a good boy?" "Yes, you are."
Nothing's loading for me, so I just have to blindly put down my token.
Oh, right on the spot too. Right. And when he sees you, Steven rises back up. "Hey, you all done with the basement?"
I am.
"Good." The lady was trying to jump a train
Where is she now?
right on the platform.
Okay.
She didn't succeed.
He points across the room to the departure schedule, and the next train doesn't leave for about 30 minutes.
All right. There's like a balcony entrance to that area, and there's. Is that the only way in? Is up from the balconies into the next, the platform area?
Yeah. So there's the
Okay.
upper level map on the left side of the screen,
Yeah.
and on each four corners of that map, there's doorways.
Yeah.
Those lead to stairwells going down to the lower levels.
Right.
So each corner connects to the same corner on the lower level.
Okay, I see. It doesn't like go like this isn't a door that open like an archway that you could just walk through and be here.
No, that you're on the upper floor. That's the lower
Okay.
level.
That explains a whole lot. Thank you. All right. Need to zoom out. Let's see. So there's 4 exits, and I don't have any way of like subduing her, so I'm trying to be clever about this. I look at there's 4 of us here, so I look at everyone and just do we each want to take a door?
Sure.
She won't be coming through mine.
Which one do you want?
I'm gonna peek in just to see like get eyes on her. Is she like obviously she's where she is on the map, but is she like doing anything other than like standing there and nervously tapping her foot?
Yeah, she's pacing back and forth, looking at the clock,
Okay.
looking down the
Ooh, where's the
tracks.
clock? Where's the clock? Is it under the unicorn head?
It's on the south wall, I believe, like right above the gate.
Okay. Then I will take one of the lower doors down there. And once everyone is ready, yeah, I'm gonna stay out of sight, but I'm gonna time it so that the next time she like reaches the end of her pacing and turns around and paces back in this direction to look up at the clock, I'm gonna cast Silent Image of Zeke in his full cleric outfit, like standing there with shadows looming behind him and like very ominous and scary, like she's being pursued. And just standing there, like in that way that like you see the ominous figure in the distance in between the other people in the crowd.
Like right there on the balcony.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Just looming and staring down at her and creepy magical aura behind him and
So
Go ahead.
So in my head, what happened was they got here by Ivy just running top speed the whole time, and Toman barely keeping up with her, so that by the time he gets here, he's like gasping, panting, wheezing. And once the plan is open, he goes to take the nearest door, and Magnum takes it. He's just like, God damn it! So he goes to take this one and just like walks by Ivy, thanking her for not taking the close one. And he will go ahead and go all the way through, so now he'll be at the balcony on the other floor.
It's the 1920s too, so like he comes in running out of breath, and the first thing he does is light a cigarette.
So where does that leave Ivy? I can't pretend to understand how this map works.
Lower left-hand corner. Oh, go
well,
ahead, Chef.
You could either go there, or you could trust that the thing I did will make her not go through either of the bottom doors. And, like, be up,
Yeah.
back up for Mag or Tommen.
I have placed Ivy's token down
Okay.
here for reference. Like, that's where you would wind up if everybody else is taking a door.
Magnum is going to send his kitty cat down and have it kind of quietly kind of hide behind like the lamppost near her. Just like, it's small, it's dark. If there's like a bench it could hide underneath that's near the lamppost or something like that, it'll be there. It's just kind of like getting closer. But stealthing.
I'm going to put some numbers down on the map to show which each stairway corresponds with, and hopefully that'll clear some things up. So if you go down stairway number 4 on the left side map, you go down to stairway number 4 on the right side map.
Yeah. I'm just gonna
For
make
example.
sure that I'm out of view after, like, I get close enough to cast that, and then I back up through the door so she can't see
Yeah.
me.
And again, she just paces, she walks back and forth through the crowd. There's more and more people beginning to arrive on the platform as the train approaches. And then she finally turns around again and looks up and you see her, like, even at a distance, gasp as wannabe Batman is looming on the balcony down at her. Which also draws a few curious glances from the other bystanders. What is rolled to see through it again? Investigation?
Should say, yeah, investigation versus my spell DC, which apparently is 14.
Again, she's surprised to see him there for a second and is just, She seems utterly baffled that he's shown up in public wearing that, standing there.
He's gonna raise an arm, and it's in his hand. He's holding the dagger, and he points it toward her.
Yeah, she looks side to side and then just like starts hurriedly walking back towards the stairway.
Just in case she recognizes him, Tommen is going to disguise self to just appear as a pedestrian.
Kitty cat is quietly following her, just like doop 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 doop.
Gonna start moving down the stairs.
Yeah, same.
Once she gets close enough, he is going to try to grapple her. I'm just checking to see if I have anything more clever than just like, aha! I could do something stupid. We're about to rest. Yeah, fuck it. Can I do something while she's walking up the stairs?
Yes, if you'd like.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast Gust of Wind.
Yeah, now it is a crowded platform. This is going to hit bystanders.
I look like a pedestrian, right?
Yeah, but if you start like casting a mad, like, waving your hands around, Dorlatasos.
All right. I'll stop.
Oh, that was a great idea, though.
I really want to do it at some point, especially like on stairs or a bridge or something. Okay.
Or Scragamuffin too, right in the line of fire.
He'll just make a grappling check. He won't wizard it up. He'll just like, aha.
I will give you advantage on this because she totally does not see it coming.
Okay.
And she'll have disadvantage.
Strength check.
Yes, your athletics versus her acrobatics.
Okay.
Nice.
Ooh.
Hey there, Missy. And he turns back into himself.
Magnum will reach
Gotcha,
out
tickets.
and just lightly put a finger on her lips and just be like, nonsense. And I need her to make a con saving throw, please. She fails. She has this cast on her.
Hey.
Ooh.
And he just kind of looks at Tone and he goes, let's just quietly get her out of here. He, like, hooks an arm underneath one of her other ones to look like they're just kind of like, you know, gentlemen escorting her
Yeah.
out.
He'll do the same. This is horrible. He feels kind of horrible doing this with with Magnum, but he's going along with it. Like, he's surprised Magnum going along with it because, wow, out of context.
Oh, she's hysterical. You have to get her to the doctor right
Yep.
away.
Yep.
She's literally speaking in tongues. This might be a case of possession. We can't rule that out.
There's just like a cat following, hops up on Magnum's shoulder and just glares at her just like the entire time. Like, don't you do it. Don't you scream. No one will understand you.
Hey, you ever see One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest?
No?
Don't worry about it.
Eh. He just like pats her arm like, there, it's okay.
Oh, God, this is terrible.
Oh, I'm glad she ran this.
Whereabouts are you taking her?
Jail?
Hopefully, hopefully Steve has some manacles, because we don't. Or I don't.
You arrive back upstairs and find that at this point, like, Steve has decided to make his departure at this time.
Oh, great. Well, I'm
before
gonna
he
take
can
the
get
box
wound
then.
up too.
My main goal is to get her out of the building before she can start talking again. And
Yeah,
preferably
well,
not around people. Like, right in front of the station. Like, you know, squirrel her away just a little bit till we can, like, make sure that she can't go anywhere.
And I am gonna try to pick her pocket.
Do it.
It's not really a matter of try. She can't even really resist you easily.
Well, I mean, like, one of her pockets has what we're looking for in it, and, like, whatever I have to do to get that.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to find that she has the bearer bonds on her.
I'll just take them off of her. You know what? Is it like they fit in an envelope, right? So it's just like a small stack of papers.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of. Hang on, I actually have a picture for this. That kind of thing.
Okay, I just roll them up and like tuck them into Scragmuffin's collar.
Scragmuffin goes and purrs.
About how much money did it look like?
Outrageous amounts. Like, this is approaching 1 million gold, even at a quick count.
Guess we're gonna renovate our house, you guys.
I'm pretty sure that those are about to be nullified.
Yeah,
That'll be very fast.
Magnum, once we get the lady out into, like, a quieter area where we can have, like, a nice quick chat, Magnum just smiles at her. He's like, you know, we got everybody else, and these are gonna be pretty useless soon. Mind saving us the trouble and just telling us what you were thinking?
Oh shoot! I just that's something cool I could do. Sorry. Where'd it go? What was to think? I wanted some money and I got it.
And what about your sister?
She doesn't say anything.
Cool. It's all Magnum Head. Shall we take her in?
Yeah, let's.
Oh, don't do that.
No, we're doing it.
And so we'll cut over to. That's right, slight delay. I thought of something really cool I could have done. That's really obvious, and I should have thought about it earlier. Cut back over to the Hall of Justice in the central area. Our door sliding shut as the elegantly dressed Christine is forced into a cell and left to rot for a little bit, along with her many co-conspirators in the cult. We're all left to glare very angrily at each other.
Where is Vilroy? Not here.
She does not appear to be in at the moment.
Does Lily have payment for us, or was this
No
something we
payment.
got
It
paid
was
for upfront fully?
Dixon's work. He gave you 10 gold up
And he-
front, and it was 100 gold once the whole thing was finished.
Well,
And
he
so
already paid us.
you-
All right, got it.
Yeah.
Well, if our business here is concluded, then
Thanks a lot for your help on this one there, guys. Mind if I call on you again in the future if I need extra muscle?
well,
Talk
certainly
about that in a
not.
moment.
Although we can't guarantee all of us will be available for every job.
Magnum's in the back of the group, like, lifting his arm and looking at his arm as he, like, squeezes it, and the muscle goes down. Like, no muscle joke from cartoons.
Anybody else up to anything today?
Before we head out, Finn would like to catch Dixon alone for a minute.
Easily done as he turns to head off by himself back into the streets.
Finn will kind of follow after him and catch up to the side.
Moodily
Oh.
standing beneath the street lights as it's the setting sun.
I wanted to thank you. I kind of needed that back there. My last mission didn't go as well as I'd planned. And thanks not for mentioning my history as a spy. I'm not that open about that with people.
Yeah. The past deserves to stay in the past.
Speaking of which, you wouldn't have happened to have a girl come by. Said she knew me by name and I recommended you.
Sorry, friendo. Haven't heard anybody think about you since you came back in town the other day.
It's a good thing then. You hear it from her. Probably tall, dark-haired girl. Pretty thing. she'll ask for you with my name. Let me know.
Keep an eye out.
Appreciate that. You wouldn't have happened to been in town when the whole thing with the tyrants went down, would you? I was curious with what happened with that.
He takes a moment, pulls out a goldling, lights it up, and again doesn't actually smoke it, just sort of waves it around as he thinks.
Finn will do the same.
I caught the tail end of it. Not sure entirely what happened. Someone managed to crack into the tyrants, and apparently it was a bad news.
So it wasn't from the inside.
I don't think so, no. There's a couple new players hiding in the shadows. Shadier than the tyrants, even.
To know. If you hear anything else about it, let me know. And if you ever need any help, let me know. This was fun.
He hesitates and he looks both ways down the street. I got a name.
Can you let me know it?
And he waves like a metal finger just to draw you in real close. He seems nervous about saying it too loud.
Oh, definitely will lean in for this.
Yeah. Again, like he looks back and forth again, make sure nobody's listening. Jarroham. New player.
Familiar.
Apparently a real nasty bunch. You didn't hear it from me. I didn't hear it from anyone.
Alright. Fair enough. I have my ways of finding things out. And we're just World War friends. Which, once again, thank you for pulling me out of that mess. And thank you for not shooting me.
Nickel for every time I heard that. Nickel. Copper for every time I heard that.
Honestly, yeah. But if you wouldn't have gave me a chance to tell you who I was wearing the enemy's uniform, you had more than your right to.
He nods. Take care out there, kid.
Thank ya. And Finn will take off.
Anybody else up to anything?
Is it so late that? Well, first, are we going to do something next day? Or are we coming up on a time skip or downtime?
I got a little bit more of a wrap up, and then we'll do the downtime time skip.
What time of day is it actually? Because like we headed down pretty early, right?
Headed down pretty early. It's probably going to be pretty late once you get back with travel time and then wrapping up all the paperwork at the station.
Yeah, then not really any like once we drop everyone off and get paid and whatever, Joshan is just headed home. And yeah.
Same.
Probably same.
Same here. Got nothing special.
All right. By the time you get back to North Edge, it has become night. And I get to use the nighttime map.
Ooh.
We love the nighttime.
And I'll just put your tokens down over here real quick. Uh, that, but otherwise, it's pretty empty over here. Except for, as you pass by, one shop that still remains open. Over here. Where a glowing sign has been placed outside what appears to be a warehouse, but by night is revealed to be
Good.
For some reason.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, well, hello there, sir.
good evening, good
I
evening.
didn't know this was an Yes, I wasn't aware this was an establishment of business.
Ah, you'd be surprised where Smiling Jack's legitimately obtained goods can start up. Have a look around.
Tillman begins to peruse the wares.
Oh,
I kind of want. I think I want to make a purchase here, but I don't know what I want yet.
Oh, I'm full on buying a potion of animal friendship.
You
Probably
can never
too.
go wrong with a healing potion.
For 15 gold, what does it come with?
Now, notice about potions that have come out, like they have like printed labels and like are sealed with like the official markings of one of the dragon marked houses. These ones have like all the are basically like post-it notes with sharpied labels on them.
Oh dear.
Can I roll charm to see if I've heard if this guy's trustworthy or not?
What's not to be considered untrustworthy with Smiling Jack? Is this a face that you would harm you? Come on, love. Yeah, you can roll shard if you'd like.
Sometimes it pays to have a character that doesn't trust anything when you yourself don't trust it because you know what you do. Oh, I know this guy.
Careful inspection. You have to think about it a second, but you're kind of question if these were legitimately obtained.
Magnum's the first one to walk away before anyone makes any sort of like checks or anything. He just like takes a look and goes, nah, and keeps walking.
Yeah, Carter's the exact same way. He's just walking away.
Yeah, Shoshana has no interest in any of this shit.
This is illegal.
Well, I don't care about illegal. I just don't want any of it.
I care about
Remember that?
illegal.
It's legitimate.
I need
The sign says legitimate, and who are you to argue with the sign?
I'm not arguing with the
not.
sign. I'm arguing
His
with the
little-
fact that I want my money purse to stay the same way that it is right now.
His little mechanical rabbit beside him like droops down and like looks all sad faced.
Magnum
Carter
just
will turn
walks
around
away.
and say,
Yeah, what's that thing
"How
saying,
much
by
for the
way?
rabbit?"
Oh, sorry, Iron Jerry's not for sale.
They never are. He'll leave.
Yeah.
So I couldn't decide if I was going to buy something or not. So not to give a good deal a shot.
Did you make Jerry?
No, no. Little Jerry here's an orphan. Found him during the war, I did.
As Tobin peruses the goods, he just sort of talks out loud. I like the scheme with the name. I have a suggestion. The next time you acquire a new identity, having the last name legal really throws them off because it's like, oh, it's legal goods. And it's like, yeah. I've always wanted to try that one. Smiling Jack, do you sell Featherfall tokens?
Ooh, that's a good question.
As a matter of fact, and he like reaches over and he pulls out a big box of them.
They look normal?
Go ahead and roll Arcana.
Ooh, oh fuck, I don't have I was looking at items, I gotta go to my sheet. Shit. Oop.
M, when you write potion of healing and animal friendship on your sheet, please put an asterisk beside them.
Good.
So you look at the Featherfall tokens, and this isn't a particularly hard one. If they haven't been used, they glow softly, and a lot of the ones in the boxes aren't glowing.
Jesus Christ, what a piece of shit. Okay, but I am able to identify stuff that still have their charges.
Yeah, you're smart enough to go like, I'll take this one.
He will signal towards anyone else, probably just Finn, who might be interested in that, to just point out, hopefully give the signal. And he turns to Jack, and he's smiling too, but he's just sort of shaking my head. He's just shaking his head like, my. What about goldlings? You sell goldlings?
He opens up his coat and like just has like a bunch of packs lining on the inside of his waistcoat.
Tolman will take out the gold for the Featherfall token and the silver piece or copper piece, I can't remember, for the gold link, and then he'll say, fantastic. One more. Do you have any dragon's blood?
He kind of like seems surprised at the question. What? No. Only legitimate items in my shop, sir.
Check.
I'm using my
Insight
magical
check,
awareness to pick
Jeff.
out a working Featherfall token.
Yes, please, insight
May
check
I?
if you'd like. Yes.
Yay.
While
Aw.
while people were like shopping, Ivy wild shaped into a smaller hare, and it's also sort of a robotic looking rabbit with kind of bush and debris in the ears.
Aw.
She's just hopping around with the rabbit, see if it likes to play.
Yeah, it actually is surprisingly animalistic for a creature like this. Normally they're very robotic. This one's actually like really excited to see like another Robo Bunny, and it's like hopping around excitedly. Uh, yeah, as far as Toman can tell, this guy's not selling dragon's blood. He's not even like trying to hint that he's selling dragon's blood.
Right, okay. Right now he's just dumbfounded, watching Robot Ivy play with Robot Jerry. And he's just sort of staring at that, gawking. But he has nothing more for the scene, so he'll move to the end of the night if everyone else is done.
Yeah, Finn's done after purchasing a working Featherfall token.
Okay, let me double check that. I think it was 30 gold normally, so it should only be 15.
Yep.
That was right, 30 gold? Okay, so 50. Cool. And someone will buy a pack of
50.
goldlings.
All
Wait,
right,
how much were the goldlings? I missed that.
1 silver for 10.
Yeah. I should get a carton.
It's selling the used wall tokens is hysterical.
Oh god, that's the one reason I'm so glad I have magic awareness.
Tourists like to buy them as souvenirs.
You're a piece of shit.
Now
Yeah,
we
my kind of piece of shit. Good to meet you, neighbor.
now we hard cut back to that
Can I
guy
just
who
up the
fell in
street?
that other
Don't come
area.
by.
He's pulling out the token and he's like, yeah, and it doesn't work.
His last words were, "Damn you, smiling Jack." Ah.
Oh no.
I am so looking forward to using this potion of animal friendship. You have no idea.
Uh, the easy path back to Troll Skull takes you through the Hazrick Court. And on your way past there, some strange music reaches your ear.
Jeff, how dare you use one of my possible token images for Serjana for this character?
I'm gonna sit there and listen. It's rude not to, and it's really pretty.
Oh.
Nothing is playing.
Oh no.
Do I recognize the tune?
Roll intelligence like DC 12. It is John Sebastian's Back Air. Johann Sebastian Bach, John Sebastian.
I was like, oh, this is fantasy music, whatever. But it's not like, distinct in that it would be from a specific place or indicate
No, it's
anything.
a classical piece.
Okay.
It was just Galifar in general back then. If anyone that stands and listens for a bit, she does just sort of tilt her head down and points at a small little bowl in front of her that has a few silver coins left in front of it.
It'll sit. Pinsu's just gonna sit on this stuff and listen for a while and just throw a gold in.
Yeah, Shoshana's gonna sit. These are like benches.
Yeah.
And she's just gonna sit and write for a little while.
I will give her money once Roll20 has decided to actually play the song. Because I'm sitting at 0, 0, 0, and nothing is playing.
Did you refresh?
Yep. Twice.
Ooh.
Trying again.
It has since stopped, but I will
Oh well.
put
Well,
this.
it's not gonna be on the recording, I guess. Cool.
Encore.
There, I gave the YouTube link to
Thanks.
When she's done, Shoshana will go up and put in all her silver, which is 8 silver, and a little folded up piece of paper, which is sheet music for later.
'Cause
gonna say it was gonna be her phone number. I was like, oh wow.
No, a request for the next time she's in town.
Without a word, she just bows politely.
Magnum's gonna go put in 4 gold.
Whoa. Again, she bows much more deeper this time. Like your favored patron, apparently.
He just shakes his head like, no. Smiles. And then kind of starts heading back.
I'll go with Meg.
Yep, with her work complete, she gathers up the bowl and she heads off into the night. And everybody else, there's nothing else going on, returns to your apartment. If nobody has anything else we want to do, I was going to do a week of downtime.
Well, I'm still poor, so I'm just going to be working for that, I think.
Yep. I'm gonna send you a question, Jeff.
I have to get the Xanathar's guidebook to look at the downtime rules, but my cat is sleeping on my legs.
Oh no.
I'm in a conundrum.
Wait, I thought there were handouts for it that you made, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yes. I always like to use the books.
If no one needs that, if no one needs the house, could you take us to the front page so we can see the calendar? I don't know if we were going to use the house.
I don't need the house.
Oh shit!
What?
It's just where it's a little more than a week.
Yeah, sorry.
We're jumping to the day of the morning.
Oh,
Yes,
good.
indeed. 2 weeks of downtime, sorry.
Oh yay.
I mean, what could possibly go wrong on that
Okay,
day?
so what are you looking at for tonight, Jeff?
What do you mean?
What are you it's only 10:20. What are you thinking?
It might
for the
be a
rest of the
short.
night? Like,
It might be a bit of a short session. Yeah. I'll probably give you like a little bit more of
okay.
a cliffhanger, but yeah, it might not run too long.
All right, I see.
Oh, I should message you about something. Jeff, if that's doable, how much do you figure it would cost? I don't know if you answered, but you're muted.
Sorry, I'm just trying to think of what that would be.
Well, that's fine. I just wasn't sure if you were thinking or if you were talking and no one could hear you.
Also, is everybody back? Is M here?
I'm actually asking you something real quick.
All right. While everybody's here, level up.
Oh,
Woo!
really? Shit.
Oh, I will put aside
Yay!
that.
Damn, this means I have to decide on a feat. Fuck.
You don't have to. Don't worry, you don't have to level up right now.
No, I do.
It's a thing to do.
Oh, I'm not worried about that yet. Or that.
I love how I ask really serious, super like interesting things, and then the next question is just the dumbest shit ever, which sums up me as a human being.
New spell. New cantrip. Cool. Which one do I want?
Yay, I'll take that.
Oh, shit. Okay. I'm going to pay 11 gold for that.
Ooh, I can now have 4 cantrips at a time.
Goodness, I got every book here except Xanathar's. Come on, where'd I put it?
Did you look under the cat?
He's not that fat a cat. What do you want, you silly cat? Well, we're thinking of that as well. I've got some shenanigans going on next week, so there might not be a session.
Oh.
I'll keep you guys posted as we get closer to the event, but
Shenanigans like you wouldn't be available or you just wouldn't have like the time to prepare for a session.
time to prepare.
Okay. To watch like a
Oh,
movie
so
or
if something
something.
else is going on, you might be free.
Yeah, I'll probably be around for like a movie or anything. I just
Yeah, sweet.
This is good to know ahead of time because maybe something can get thrown together, but probably it wouldn't be me. If it was me, it would just be like Call of Cthulhu or something that I already have that's easy.
Which useless spell do I pick this level?
It's not a 100% guarantee though. It's just like an 80%. It's the next one's a little bit bigger. And of course, I rethought everything at the last minute. I'm like, oh, it'd be way cooler. Let's do this.
Erica, are you here?
Yes.
So at some point that isn't completely confirmed yet, Toman is going to ask Ivy if she wants to come to meet the person that is offering a potential wish for a certain schema.
That
And he'll say like she
happens
doesn't have.
during the downtime.
Yeah, it probably won't take long, and he would just like say like she doesn't have to if she's just after the final thing, but he's extending the courtesy to her if she really wants to. But he's going to advise her that it would be better not to, that it would be better to stay out and stay as uninvolved, but she expressed interest, so he wanted to bring it up.
Well, I feel like the immediate answer would have been like, sure, but if he said, no, that's not actually a good idea, I feel like she becomes hesitant if he doesn't actually. Does he really seem like he doesn't want to do it? Do I need to do an insight check?
If you don't believe him, you might have to do an insight check. I won't roll. There's definitely a certain discomfort in what he's suggesting. He's definitely even if that is true, it's probably clear that Toman would really like it if people left this sort of business to him and didn't involve themselves. And she would probably get the impression that that's not exactly a selfless desire.
I'm curious myself, but I think Ivy, after figuring that out, will probably be like, "Oh, that's all right. Don't have to meet the person."
He'll just nod and smile and walk past her and say, "I'm going to bat for you as best as I can."
I appreciate that.
He just pats her arm and walks away.
Once again, my decision is made by something not being in the compendium.
I guess he would try and touch base with Magnum, Shoshana, and Carter at the same time. So once people are here, I'll say something.
I'm here, I'm just writing stuff.
I'm also
Rob, are
here.
you still?
Yep.
Luna, is now a good time?
Yeah.
All right, so Toman will once he can get you the three of them in one area. Oh, I mean, he definitely like took care of that. That was immediate. Anyways, once he gets the three of them together, he'll just say that he has mentioned to other people who aren't Carter that there is a potential payout of a wish for a certain schema, and that he will soon be going for a meeting with the person who's offering this. And if people are interested in getting in on that deal or working with a person capable of that, then he would invite them.
Shoshana's not interested in either of those things, but she wants to go anyway.
Magnum's curious. He's not sure he wants to, like, participate in anything, but he does want to, like, witness things. He's interested.
What about you, Carter?
You sure you're not being scammed?
Shoshana gives Carter a look like, yep.
He smiles.
A wish is a lot.
It certainly is.
And you're giving up the schema for it.
Not this one. Not yet. It's all about haggling. Besides, I'm not the only one who wants to wish.
No, I'm sure everyone does.
Oh? What's yours?
I wish in the future could settle down, house outside the city, live a quiet life.
Tillman's smile just fades, and he does roll his eyes just slightly, like, wow, that sounds like a real thrill, Carter.
I wish you luck with that.
Emphasis on the wish. But I'll pass on this one.
All right, you'll pass on this one. I was thinking about pitching it back to Ivy, but if someone else is bowing out, then this is probably for the best. He has like kind of a worried expression on his face, like he gives Shoshana and Magnum glances like, oh well, and leave. And sometime early in the week, he'll get the two of them and Finn together and escort them.
So it's Tom and Shoshana, Finn, and Magnum.
Yeah.
You want to do this right now?
Did we have something else that would happen first that we would need to cover? Like you mentioned, you kind of had
No,
one
it'd
other
just
thing
be
in mind.
rolling downtime.
Okay. Yeah, I'm fine with that if everyone else is.
What door are you going to use?
He will eventually lead everyone to. We'll use a door in the house. He'll just use the door to the library/study.
Right. So everybody heads upstairs, and the door to the library has just been left open just to let some ventilation in. So Tommen closes it, and then when it reopens, it does not open to the same room.
Getting Looney Tunes. Magnum's just jittering. He's excited because this is cool magic.
Yeah, can I tell what the fuck just happened?
Finn looks very cautiously nervous about all this.
With me, and you'll be.
In a horrible nightmare dimension.
That's the tunnel.
Came here with the best intentions.
That child's drowning in chocolate. Oh no, Magnum!
Why me?
It's a child.
Okay.
Just saying, if anyone's gonna fall and die in chocolate, it's gonna be Magnum.
I mean, he does like sweet things, so you know.
I mean, you got a 50-50 chance of Finn doing it too because it's food. I'll be fair.
The door opens up instead into a stony room that's clearly not the library. On either side of a double doorway, two imposing, glowing but otherwise empty suits of armor stand guard.
Oh, I know what those are.
Toman, 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 approaches excitedly, just like, excuse me, boys.
As you approach the second set of doors, they open apparently automatically at your approach. Oh, don't do that, you silly. It's still doing the stupid, when I say reveal area, hide area thing. And inside is a small waiting room where a lady busily works on a typewriter in front of her desk.
No!
I know this woman!
No!
You guys are all freaking out. It's still not loaded on my
So-
side.
Tillman walks in and leans on the desk.
Oh no!
Hey, Vanessa, long time no see.
Motherfucker, dude!
God damn it!
Good
What?
morning, Mr. Patch.
Oh, no. There's no need. Well, he looks back at everyone. Well, never mind. I guess it's fine for now.
Are all four of you to see Mr. Jaraham today?
Well, if he's available, I understand if we have to wait and enjoy the pleasantries for a little while. He's a busy man.
Oh, no. He just picked up a new acquisition. He'll be excited to have some.
Oh, yeah.
And she steps up from her chair and leads you over to the door.
He must be in a good mood.
Have you told everybody else about?
Well, not exactly. And he smiles at everyone and he turns back to Vanessa. Let them see whatever the good mister is comfortable with showing them. And everything else we'll leave behind for now.
And she nods, but still she hesitates a second and she looks back towards the other three and just says, "All right, we're going to be real excited, big smiles." Like she like brings like
doesn't change at all.
she brings like fingers up to the corners of her mouth, like tries to show like, "Hey, smile like this."
So,
Hey.
Shauna, you're never fully dressed without one.
Okay, Magnum is
Oh,
smiling enough for both of them. It's like ear to ear Cheshire Cat. He's just vibrating with excitement.
Finn's got a cocked up smile on the side.
And she opens up the door and lets everybody into the main room. See if I can reveal areas. Where it seems like a large party is taking place. A large crowd of people has circled around the outside of the room, watching a woman with the body of a snake dance in a hypnotic pattern in the center. Across from the room, sitting on a mighty throne, is what appears to be a djinn.
With a hot boy.
Now, based on what Tommen said outside in the little antechamber, I don't believe that anything in this room is what it seems like it is. So I'm gonna try to figure out what's really going on here.
Shoshana, don't worry about it. Everything is in control.
The room is strangely lit with weird, multicolored lanterns around the perimeter of the pillars.
Jeff, can I have a percentage of how many of these people are hot and how many of them are ridiculously hot?
They're all pretty ridiculously hot.
Magnum doesn't know where to look.
Wait! No, I'm so sorry. Is that the fucking demon from Fort Halifax?
That's what it looks like. That's why I said, hey, look, he has a hot boy.
Yeah, he is just idly lounging
You're
up
doing
against
well
Daraham's
out
leg.
here, Jeff. Oh my god.
Magnum doesn't know where to look. There's too much going on here for him. He's just like,
Yeah, no matter where he looks, like there's just outrageously attractive people.
he's lost. You've lost him. He's gone.
I'm gonna link with Mag just so that I don't completely lose track of him in this room.
Just watch the cat ears go through the crowd.
But you're short.
Yeah, Finn is just following behind you, just watching you like a worried parrot.
Bowman separates from everyone once they're not looking.
Once Tommen appears at the edge of the crowd, Jaraham spots him pretty much instantly. Tommen, my friend, come up here.
God, he actually knew the name. All right, yep. All right, yeah. I'm on the way.
Look at this one. Isn't she gorgeous?
Is he talking about the purple one or the one dancing?
One dancing.
Oh, yeah, she's gorgeous. The scales where pots should be isn't weird at all.
You don't drop by to stop and gawk. What brings you here, my...
Oh, you know, business. Oh, Shoshana and Finn ran up to him, so Magnum's in the crowd alone.
Been with you this whole time.
Finn's guy, Magnum's arm, just pulling him along, going, "Look, more pretties up here."
So Magnum is there.
Yeah, I'm slightly distracted looking at a thing. Sorry.
It's fine. Toman's gonna take off his hat. He's going to put it away. And he's going to drop the voice. It's just like, I mean, in front of the boss, there's really no need for all the smoke and mirrors, not more than there already is. And his face adjusts. He gets older. He becomes more pallid. His face becomes more sunken. And he grows a mustache.
Did he have one before?
At some point in his life, yes.
Okay.
Finn knew he did.
And he'll just turn back. It's good to see you again, boss.
Oh, and you've brought friends with you. Come, step forward. Let's see you.
Business associates. And he'll sort of gesture to them. Oh, there's drinks and food being served?
Yes.
Oh, Toman's gonna have a shot.
I'm not having anything from this other dimension that we're in.
For once, you don't see Finn grab for food.
Magnum would like see, hey, and like wave a little bit and just like not know what to do with himself and like just keep staring around the room like what candy everywhere.
Magnum, this is my sponsor. He's the gentleman who might be interested in your work.
Oh,
Jaraham, let me introduce Magnum. He's our resident genius.
that's pushing a little far.
No. And he's like, if Shoshana will allow it, he's like, arms around Magnum, like really pumping up, just like, this young man here, almost completely on his own, was able to decipher the true meaning behind a very interesting artifact that we found.
Jaraham rises up from his throne
Uh-oh.
and just marches over and just towering figure. And excitedly like stretches out his hand towards Magnum. Good to meet you, Mr. Magnum.
He's just like looking all the way up. He just kind of like lightly takes off his hat, holds it in front of him, like, I'm a good boy. I might need help. He just like slowly extends a hand, like, yeah.
Again, you just wind up like sort of like grasping his one finger, but he goes along with it. Ha 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 ha.
It's a pleasure to meet you, sir.
And what have you managed to discover, little friend?
Notes. I have them somewhere. That's my.
I like to imagine that Magnum's like actually like looking for his notes. I got a
He probably is. He's like flipping through his book and stuff. And he goes, the schema that we found is for the construction of a Warforged Titan. Real big fella. Haven't been around for a couple decades. cool design, but not terribly interesting, unfortunately, but it was fun to study it. Sheepish grin.
Ah, yes, you're Warforged. Is it as smart as the others? Or is it one of the really big, dumb ones?
Is he talking to me or Toman?
To Magnus. Magnum.
Oh, well, she's not our Warforged, she's just Ivy. She's normal size. Real nice.
One's in the schema, I mean.
Oh. I don't know about its intelligence because there haven't been any around, but it's real big.
Oh, hold on, let me check the notes. I think I put here, dumb as rocks. Jeff, I'm pretty sure they were inert, right? Like they didn't have brains.
Yeah, they're basically just constructs, not like
Yeah.
people.
Lying to him doesn't seem like a great move, so Toman's just gonna be like up front.
Oh, he wasn't lying to him. He just got
Oh no, I'm
confused.
just saying like that was an option. Don't get like lying was totally an option, but Toman's gonna decide against that route.
Yeah, Magnum's
Ah,
being truthful. He just
shame.
thought he was talking about Ivy. He got confused. He's got
What's
a lot
he say,
going
Jeff?
on.
He gets like this big laugh again. It's like, ah, that's a shame. Been very curious to meet one. He turns and he heads back to his throne.
Oh, I thought you would have been more interested in the dumber ones.
He sits back down on his throne and he laughs at Tommen's suggestion. Intelligence is as beautiful as any body, my friend.
If you just wish to meet one, you could just meet one.
I could, but it'd be so impolite to just will one into existence right here.
I mean, she looks at Mr. Patch and looks at this guy.
Toman kind of gives her like a quirky look. Like, me turn into one? It's not really the same.
How do you meet people who aren't willed into existence, like Mr. Patch here?
We can make an introduction. I believe is what Shoshana's trying to say.
That is not what I am trying to say.
Oh, I'm sorry.
How did you and Mr. Patch meet, if you don't mind my asking?
He just laughs. And he points at Toman like, like this is their inside joke. Like, oh, you and I, we know the story, but like they don't.
He's laughing along uncomfortably, and he's looking at Shoshana, and Shoshana hears like, "I'll explain to you afterward." In her head.
Okay. I'm still looking at the dude.
There is one piece of business I should talk to you privately about concerning Sharn overall, but I suppose that was all we had regarding Sir Magnum's work and our continued efforts, since you obviously aren't interested in this particular piece.
He claps his hands together and like rubs them. I never said that now, did I?
Oh?
I'd be eager to take that off your hands.
Oh, really?
Sorry,
Well?
before this goes too far ahead, I really want to insight check why he wants to meet an intelligent Warforged. Like that what is he up to with that? That's...
Would you like to? Like
Yes. Here we go. Oh cool. Of course.
You get distracted. Like you're trying to think about that, but you get distracted by one of the many, many beautiful people around you. Like,
No, I don't. I get distracted by how loudly he's laughing or something.
yeah, whatever works. Like he laughs really hard, and like his belly jiggles, and you're like, oh my god, I can't look away from it.
So, what kind of offer for this sort of item?
One of the big ones, is it? I think I could find a buyer for such an item.
And our commission?
Would you like it in gold, or would you like it towards your wish?
He looks at everyone and he just sort of shakes his head. Unfortunately, that call can't be made right now because it's entirely possible that just one won't do anymore. But I'm guessing your buyer is not going to go away anytime soon, is it, sir?
I would be shocked.
Then I'll appreciate your patience, but you'll be the first that we come to. That I come to.
How are you finding Sean, Tommen?
He smiles. Please, sir. It's Needles. Just call me Needles, it's fine.
Oh, I didn't know.
He's just continuously smiling.
Names are such fickle things.
Yes, I'm sure.
How are you finding Sean, Needles?
He looks at his companions. Well, my current roommates are making it tolerable. But overall, it's really gone to shit, hasn't it?
So I hear. War is the most unprofitable thing for urban development.
Tillman smiles. I'm still calling him Tillman out loud, aren't I? Whoops. I need to talk with Jeroham privately about my employment. And he looks to Finn. And he leans in, he's like, do you need to clarify anything about the underground organizations?
What do you mean by that? What part of it?
The part where, in the time that we were gone, the tyrants were crippled, and a new boss seems to be doing better than ever.
I need to know what happened at the 5 from back then. If that's possible.
He'll turn to Shoshana and start to speak. Just, there is something that I think it's better if Finn and I talk with as close to one-on-one as we can get, because it probably won't go well, and we're probably going to have to just leave with some very uncomfortable news.
Stay linked with me, just in case.
Sure. With that, Toman, what?
Please.
Toman will just approach the throne closer to limit how far their voices are going, and he'll invite Finn to join if Jeroham is allowing it.
Yeah, because Finn will wait for any kind of signal to go forward.
Yeah, he won't just rush. He'll wait.
Shall we take this into the back room?
Sure, boss.
And again, he puts the incubus on his knee back down on the ground, stands up, marches around his throne. And he heads through the door that clearly was not made for a man of his size into the back room.
He just like
Animatedly squeezes through it like Genie in Aladdin.
Yeah, basically.
Without like seeming like I'm following them or oh my god, that is a big room. I just want to kind of get over on this side of the room to hopefully maintain the link with Toman, but I don't know if it's gonna be close enough. Meh. Is anyone acting weird if I like go up past where the edge of the crowd is here?
Not especially, no.
Okay, then I'm just gonna like make like I'm looking at getting a full 360 view of this splendid throne. That's totally what I'm doing right now.
The door does close afterwards, though.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't have to maintain sight. I just have to make it when we're within sight, and then as long as we don't separate a certain distance, it keeps itself up.
Magnum is getting lost in the crowd.
Is he trying different things and smoking funny things?
No, he's probably not doing that. He's a bit too distracted by the people to worry about
Snake
food.
girl.
Everybody.
Once you're what?
Yeah, in the back room, Jaraham comes to one of the smaller tables, plops down on a big plush pillow, gestures for the others to do the same, and then
This is Phineas. Phineas used to work with me before I worked for you.
a friend of Tommen's is a friend of mine, and he reaches his hand across to shake Finn's hand.
Finn will shake his hand.
Phineas, you had something that you wanted to ask?
If it was possible, I'd like to know what happened with one of the tyrants. I just need to know what happened to Five and whoever was working under him.
Oh, I'm sorry, I haven't handled that one myself.
That's someone else.
He leans over and like yells towards the door. Illume! And after a second, the drow woman joins you in the back room, and he turns to her and is like kind of just gives like this hand wave. So in Sharn, there's the Tyrant Gang. What do we do with those guys? And she just flatly replies, "They're mostly dead."
Did you leave any alive?
She looks over at Finn, and it's just kind of this strange glare, like you shouldn't even be talking to her. Not the ones we found.
Was Five one of the ones you found?
I didn't think so, no, but it's always hard to tell with changelings. I believe we killed 3 fives, to my knowledge. Eh.
Jeff, is there anything I would know that would specifically set mine apart?
What you would know would be like a code word or something that you would only be able to identify with her, but like she wouldn't give that to someone she didn't trust.
Okay. Finn will look over and go, were there any singers involved when you went there?
Well, I did not do this personally, of course. I just oversaw the operation. I believe there was several singers involved. They made for a good front.
You got any names?
I can have Vanessa give you some on the way out.
I would appreciate that. Thank you. One last question. The ones above 5, did you make them suffer?
She thinks on that a second, and like apparently she has to like try to figure out what makes the definition of suffering. Yes. Believe there was sufficient suffering, yes.
You'll see just a wide grin on Finn's face and good. Thank you. So I got some good news.
Yeah, as soon as like Finn grins, Jaraham starts laughing.
Needles is just quietly sipping whatever alcoholic drink was provided.
As Shoshana is trying to pretend like she's studying the throne, the incubus is just leaning against it, like giving her the eyes.
Okay.
I imagine you're just. I just, for some reason, imagine Shoshana just being like doing that little hand wave, like, move, I'm looking at something. Like, scooch.
I'm not into
She,
you,
like,
I'm into
she doesn't even
thrones.
exist. Like, she doesn't even.
That's what I mean. Just like moving them out of the way so you get a better look at it. Like,
The
I'm
poor guy
more
just
than a
seems
throne, go away.
confused.
I had a couple business questions if you have the time still, boss. I was wondering, with the tyrants retired, he sort of nods to Finn. Well, how are you dealing with that family of halflings?
The Boromars. They're smart. They know how to play ball.
Oh. Very good. You did mention the civil unrest caused by war, and that is, terrible, obviously. You still have a stake in it, don't you?
The war?
Just war.
No. I mean, I probably have some investment in something over there, but I could care less who would have won or lost.
Oh no, of course he once that comes out, he's like instantly dismisses. No, obviously, no one cares who wins or loses. I just thought that you were, selling things, guns, medicine, bandages, what have you.
Again, he turns over to the drow woman, who just nods. There was several services rendered, yes.
He nods. He seems a little bit surprised, but it's quickly dawning on him that Jeroham's personal interests are far more limited in scope, and that everything else isn't a passion project. It's just something that he's making money from on the side. Well, I may have a buyer for you very soon. Could I send them your way if that's the case? I'll bill them for the commission if that happens.
Please, please. I always love to entertain new guests.
Well, he he laughs and kind of smiles at me. It's like, but you would prefer that your organization remains in relative scarcity to the public knowledge of Sharn, yes?
Yes,
Yes. Which is why I only bring close personal friends who I trust immensely
of
to
course.
your establishment.
You are, of course, vouching for the guests that you bring with you.
Yes. Not necessarily for the people that you may sell weapons to. With that established, I think Toman is going to call it good. So he'll take another shot. And go to excuse himself, maybe enjoy the party slightly, make sure Magnum's not dead.
How much, if any, of that came over the mind link?
None of it. He wasn't really sending direct messages to her
Okay.
unless she was asking questions.
No, I was just wondering if he would have allowed like a passive listening kind of thing, but that's fine.
No,
Just-
he can't wear a wire. Jorahim would kill him. There was one other thing, boss. You don't happen to be moving Dragonblood to the city, do you? Because I was told that was a Daysk operation, but if that's something that you're involved in, that'll be good to know, just to, have business options open.
He kind of blinks and like tilts his head in dragon's blood, and then like he has to turn to the drow lady. It's a narcotic there. It's very unstable. He's like, oh no. I love narcotics. I don't deal narcotics.
Well, okay, I'm not surprised you don't know about Daysk. They suck, and they're like, their competition to you, like, and he looks at Finn, like, Finn is competition to me. No offense, Finn. And he looks back to Jeraham. Like, you don't deal narcotics?
Not on a high level.
Like, all narcotic dealing is on a high level. It was good seeing you, boss.
You see he on a high level, and he just snaps his fingers and like gives you the guns, like, hey, ha 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 ha.
I can't. I'm sorry. Thank you for your time, boss. And he's going to go to leave. I think he's done here.
I deal in the cosmic powers ancient, not, heroin. Makes it feel like the cosmic powers ancient, but it's not my thing.
Finn is giggling, trying not to giggle at that.
Needles will put his hat back on, and his mustache fades away. We're done here. Thank you for coming.
Finn is going to get that list.
You're able to head out and get the list on your way from Vanessa at the desk.
Do I recognize any of the names on it?
There are a few. It seems to be mostly a list of people who are deceased. I will talk to you about that between sessions, though.
Oh no! That's not good.
Link arms with Mr. Patch as he walks by, as if I was just waiting for him casually. And
He
follow
will
him up.
nod and take her arm and escort her out. Did you say something else?
No.
Finn will walk by, grab Magnum's arm, and like arms with him and drag him out.
Magnum talking someone up and go, what? Hey,
Flip now.
but gets dragged out because there's no way he can beat the barbarian. Sputtering and being like, oh.
John is just watching Tommen very closely the whole way.
I didn't want to pop them all at once, but if you look in the handouts under people and cartel, there's various handouts for the people in the room.
My God. I can't fucking believe this place.
And you head up back out the doors you came in, and you're back in the stairwell.
I can't fucking believe this shit, Jeff.
Magnum looks back where the door was wistfully.
Toman opens the door again to reveal that it's just the library/study again. And he will walk inside, and there's no furniture, so he'll just stand there with his hands together.
Magnum's just like, oh.
I hope I can continue to work with all of you.
This changes nothing.
Good.
I still worry for you. That was always the case.
He smiles and nods.
That place was neat.
It was.
There were a lot of pretty people there.
There were.
I'm gonna go away now.
You owe me an explanation.
Do I?
She just
Well, let's
stares
go
at
get
him.
a drink. Let's go downstairs, and I'll ingest more alcohol and give you an explanation.
I am also going to ingest a lot of alcohol.
Finn is going to
Oh,
follow
hi,
you down,
Ivy
but
and
he's not gonna
Carter.
say much.
I don't know where anything is. There's so many things open. Oh my God.
What if Ivy and Carter had left and they're like doing something else and they weren't actually here? That'd be funny, wouldn't it? Didn't happen.
Yeah, Carter and Ivy are just like out there playing Go Fish.
Needles is going to take his hat off. He is going to pour a shot. Oh, I guess a tumbler. He'll pour a tumbler. Come on. That place was weird, huh?
How did you two meet?
Working with the tyrants, I did all kinds of odd jobs. But one of the most important things when working your way up the ranks is making a name for yourself. I was fortunate enough to attract Mr. Jeroham's attention while he was looking at Sharn for agents. He contacted very specific people. I was lucky enough to be one of them. And I was lucky enough to meet his high standards with certain tasks that he had me complete. That was when our deal was struck.
I'm insight checking that. It's not great, but
He doesn't appear to be lying.
okay. How did you attract the attention of someone like that?
By working very hard. If you're asking what jobs I specifically did, larceny, we stole some airships, we moved some shipments. The Jeroham cartel operates by moving product into the city, product that's mostly illegal. I made sure the shipments ran on time. I made sure that problems never became big problems.
Helped you.
What?
She said, "Oh God, I helped you."
You helped me when I worked for both the tyrants and for the cartel. You've always helped me. That's why we're such good friends.
Takes another drink.
He also will.
What was that?
He also will.
Oh, okay. What does he really want with a Warforged?
I have absolutely no idea. I thought he was interested in other things. I've only met him a few times, and he rolls his eyes a little bit. He's just like, I mean, I can't exactly say he's carefree, but I get the impression he only does things because he finds them personally interesting. He probably just wants a smart Warforged to keep around because he thinks it's cool until he gets bored with it.
And then what?
I don't know.
She looks at Ivy across the room.
He looks at Ivy, he looks at Shoshana. Well, I'll admit the thought crossed my mind that I would let her know at least that the person who might be interested in granting her wish would be interested in her. I haven't asked her yet. Do you know what her wish is?
It's not my place to tell you.
Yeah, but you could save me the conversation.
I think you
don't
could do with that conversation.
He looks to Ivy with like a look of guilt. He's just like, yeah, I guess you're right.
As soon as your cup's empty, I take it.
Hey, what the fuck?
Better sooner than later.
All right, but you better fill that glass before I get back. Ivy!
I
And
fill
he's
it and
not
I start drinking from
He's
it.
not using his accent. What?
I fill it and I start drinking from it.
You fucking... Ivy, come over here so I can talk to you and then smack Shoshana in the face. And he's not using his accent.
Okay.
Ivy, I spoke with my benefactor.
Did it go well?
It went okay. It went okay, I would say, overall.
Busted my eardrums with that noise.
Yeah, an insight check reveals that he doesn't really think that. It doesn't even matter if you roll to 1.
Over his shoulder, Shoshana tosses back the entire tumbler she just filled. Fills it again.
Once he flags Ivy over, he's going to inform. I spoke to my benefactor, and I'm sorry to say that the offer that we made is not enough to secure what you want, or what I want, or either one of them. But we'll keep at it.
Do we just need to find more schema?
Yeah, or the correct one. But yeah, that's right.
And as far as you know, there's no way to know the correct one.
He cringes a little bit. Well, I didn't exactly ask, but considering how rare they are, and that Magnum and I for them, hopefully.
You can feel Shoshana staring into the back of his skull.
He's a difficult man to talk to.
Why?
It's important because he schemes. That's all he does. He's a being who exists only to do that. And he is signaling for the cup, by the way, or the bottle. Like he's getting a little frustrated as he speaks. It's important for us to leverage every advantage that we can. That goes for all walks, really, but especially when we're dealing with a man like that.
So he's a being that schemes and wants schema.
Yes, that's right.
I made a joke.
Yes, you did. It was very funny. Ha 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 ha! Wasn't it funny? Wasn't it funny, Shoshana? Ha 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 ha!
She just, like, slams the bottle down on the tabletop.
Shoshana agrees. Shoshana thinks it was hilarious. Do I need to roll deception, or does Ivy believe him?
She probably expected it, because that's what people usually do when you tell a joke, but it's fine.
She thinks it's weird for people to laugh at jokes. It's kind of funny.
Ivy, I didn't
You
realize.
would have heard Finn chuckle.
Ivy, I didn't realize that you were seeking Mr. Patch's help with your predicament.
He came to me and mentioned it, and I didn't see a reason to turn it down.
Ivy did inform me about the nature of the wish that she would partake in.
You're testing me then?
No, it's just this mind going, I suppose. You can insight check if you want.
Yeah!
Damn it, fine, go for it.
Same as last time.
Ambiguous.
While y'all are arguing, Finn's just getting underneath the counter, pulling out the biggest bottle of whatever alcohol he can find, and is just gonna start chugging it happily. And then just sit down at the counter.
I don't mean to cast any doubt on you, Shoshana. I would appreciate your help as well, but I would do anything, and this also seems an avenue to explore.
I
Do
don't
anything
want
for what, Ivy?
I don't want it to seem as though I'm casting judgment on to what lengths anyone would go for something that matters this deeply to them. But this is not the sort of arrangement anyone should go into half blind. And just looks at Tommen and trails off.
He seems steadfast. He has accepted that he's not getting more alcohol, and he's just standing there stoically. And he,
No, it's on the bar top. It's all yours.
oh, all right. Then he will have another shot. And he will just glance at Ivy and nod to her.
Ivy, just make sure you're getting the full story.
So you think I should go next time? I'm invited.
I think
Well, go ahead.
she's about to say that she thinks it couldn't hurt, and then she stops.
I think that it would be best for you to come, yes, but, well, you should know the man who has made this offer in the first place has expressed a very specific interest in Warforged.
Oh?
Yes, I don't understand the full extent of it, but... And he winces a little bit. It's entirely possible that if you and the subject of your wish were brought up to him, that you yourself would be treated as little more than a bargaining chip. And that's not something that I can take responsibility for.
Shauna seems to relax considerably now that that's out on the table.
Unless you want me to.
Are you saying that in exchange for granting my wish, he may want my freedom?
I'm saying that that is entirely possible.
If it comes to that, I would probably be willing. But it does give me pause. Maybe
I
there are
respect
better
your-
things.
Better things than your wish?
Better ways to get what I want.
Maybe. He sort of nods. He's just like a little bit solemn. It's like it's very clearly a powerful topic and not one that he's gonna take another. Shh, my bottle's empty. He's not gonna take another shot. Tommen's gonna walk away. Needle's gonna walk away and be like, "Well, I think that about draws a close on my evening, anyways."
Now, to go back a second. Did Finn ask a question?
Yes.
I didn't quite hear. What was it?
He asked what you were after.
Okay, so since that was brought up again, Ivy would finally turn to Finn and say, "It's Willow. I want her back."
She a person? Well, you know.
She was a dryad. And she was murdered.
You'll see Finn just kind of gives the most sympathetic look to Ivy in the world and goes, "You know any way to possibly bring her back? I've heard of spells and such. Never looked into it much, but I was thinking about starting."
There do seem to be a lot of avenues this could take. It will just require time or some kind of deal.
Finn will walk over to Ivy. He will take her hands and go, "Whatever you need, you ask for it. No matter the cost, I'll do. Just say you do the same in return for me. I'm kind of looking for a wife myself. Feeling of wanting to do anything to get her back.
I would, of course, also help you, Finn.
Anything you need, yes. More than willing to help.
I will.
Wish you're not. And he'll go back and sit happily at the counter.
Where did Tommen go? Did he go like leave the building, or is he just like lurking by the door?
He left.
Shoshana's just gonna go outside. She's gonna go upstairs anyway, but like, so she has to go outside. But like, is he out there within sight at all?
He's leaving.
Just like beelining the fuck away from here.
Yeah, he's leaving the market district. He's going out the night.
Okay. She just watches until he disappears in the crowd and then goes upstairs.
It was cute.
It was so cute.
I had to try it.
I have very few wild shapes written down that I thought Ivy would turn into, but hair happened to be one of them. So when there was a robot bunny, like, oh dang!
I'm so glad. Now you have art from Fun Navi.
Congratulations, this is the first rabbit I have ever drawn.
It's cute.
Cute.
I don't know what's going on with its arm, just ignore it.
If that wraps up that for now, do we want to roll for downtime stuff?
Yeah.
It'll be 2 weeks at this point. I'm just going to round it up.
Thank you.
Hi, cat. Ugh. And I'll probably just go down the list and see what everybody's up to for this particular 2 weeks. Starting with... what do you want, you silly cat? It's alright, my cat needs attention desperately, apparently. Phineas. Are you up to anything for 2 weeks?
I sent you what the second week is earlier. But the first week, yeah, definitely working.
Yeah.
Same gig as before. That was a performance check?
Yes, please. Ooh, you make enough for a comfortable lifestyle for the week.
Yeah.
So you can basically not have to pay living expenses. Cheesy Pete's. That's the words. All right, we'll come back to the other part. How about Shoshana?
Same job I worked last stretch of downtime.
You want to give me 2 work rolls then?
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, hot damn. Second one.
Yeah.
You're in a modest lifestyle the 1 week, and then the second week you manage a comfortable lifestyle, so no living expenses, plus
What's
25 gold.
Ooh. Where's that chart of how much money that equals per week again? I know it's in here somewhere, I just don't know where.
It's called living expenses. I
There
just
we go,
had to
thank
find it
you.
myself.
You
And
rock.
it's in it's the bottom.
Alright. So modest is wait. Oh, this is the cost. How much is the earning? Or is it the same?
It's the same. So like you
Oh, okay. So 21 plus 25, basically. Because I got the extra.
Yes.
Cool.
But again, you'll have to pay these living expenses for those weeks. So
yeah,
basically,
I've been living below modest for the last stretch, so I think I'm gonna keep doing that.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say with Finn. I was going to keep him modest and just cover his expenses for both weeks.
It's not a big deal now, but like I've mentioned before, your lifestyle will have an effect later on. Like if you try to go to like a fancy party and you're using like a modest lifestyle, they're just gonna be like, "Oh,
Yeah, no, I
you."
was planning on bumping it up once the place was renovated. I'm just saving up for that currently. Right now,
Magnum, are you up to anything?
whatever.
Yes, I'm just.
Magnum's just gonna be working because I don't think he has quite the funds to be able to do the other thing he wants to do yet, so. But he's gonna change jobs because he got very bored last time. Remembered why he doesn't like doing that in the first place. And instead he's gonna go find a corner and do street magician stuff with his dancing performing cat.
I'm just imagining Scragamuffin dancing like Snoopy.
Oh, he dances with his kitty, so like they're doing like a choreographed dance together.
Oh, I thought Magnum would be on the tiny piano.
No. He like, does cool tricks. He takes like little he'd probably take the dancing lights, cantrip, one of the like I think it's hang on, I had to double check it. Wizard spells.
Oh, I gotta keep.
Either like shape water, and then with his fancy pantsy book, the water would suddenly become like fire and dance fire between his fingers as he's like controlling it around, and then it would become lightning and he didn't do cool stuff with that every time he cast it, so he could like control little lightning arcs between his fingers and like move them around and make cool shapes out of them, make little like lightning dancers on the table in front of him kind of thing.
Would you like to roll performance checks?
Sure.
2 of them, I believe, for the 2 weeks.
Sure. Don't have anything weird clipped. Yay!
Hey. You're in the same boat with Shoshana. You're in a modest lifestyle for the first week. And the second week, they are throwing money at you, apparently. Comfortable lifestyle plus 25 gold. Uh-oh, hang on. There's been a complication.
No.
A difficult customer or a fight with a coworker reduces the wages you earn by 1 category.
Oh.
So that first week, apparently you got into some very public argument on the street corner.
Magnum had a Karen.
Oh no!
Magnum comes home in tears that day.
But the second week, you go out there and you give that thing 110% and you blow everybody away.
My money. I need that.
So the first week,
Magnum, did she ask to see the manager?
No. She punched me. Big old, like, black eye on his eye, and he just goes upstairs and sulks for the
Oh
rest of
my
the day.
god.
You'll just see Finn look over, go put something on that. Turn around, you'll just hear the clothes behind him. That's why the performance the second week is so good. There's no Karens anymore. They've just disappeared.
I was gonna say, like, punching a street performer right in the fucking face has always been a long-held dream of mine, but I've never acted on it. I am trying to enjoy my day, and they're just slapping on their drums, like, just bringing that into my experience. I didn't ask for that.
Jesus Christ. Well, so much for my idea of saving up money, I guess. Oh.
Where are we at collectively, by the way? Because no single one of us is going to be paying 800 gold by ourselves.
Nowhere near.
Like, there's only 6 of us, so we can't just each put in 100, or else we'll still be short. But
What's this 800 gold for?
Making the house not look like shit.
Ah, good to know.
So if I just live as, like, these are like...
so you earned a poor lifestyle the first week, and then you got the comfortable plus 25 gold the second week.
Yeah, I just have to convert some of this to silver to pay for the second week of... Look, I'm gonna live poorly, because I don't need to buy anything, and it's nothing too new, so... I need to save money, because I'm not making anywhere near enough to do literally anything that he wants to do, so... Just gotta keep saving.
I know the feeling all too well. Ivy.
Someday it will be prize fighting, but right now it's just working again.
So 2 airship rolls?
Yeah. Oh, again!
Oh no!
keep hitting little boys!
So, some lady punched Magnum in the face and then coincidentally got into your taxi. And you flew her outside of town and just dumped her. But that wound up costing you money in the long term.
Yeah.
Everyone,
That sounds like it was a Finn Ivy joint jump.
everyone just jumping on protecting the poor sad wizard who got his money taken
It's
from
like,
him.
oh, I know exactly which cab you should take.
and just walking this lady by the ear going, and if you ever touch my fucking wizard again, and just escorting him on to Happy's ship.
So you earned the poor lifestyle for the first week and a comfortable one for the second week.
Okay, thank you.
So that's 14 silver, 14 gold. Amen, what are you up to?
I haven't completely decided. I've been tossing around a few ideas. Should we cover this later, or do we want to talk about this now?
If it's something complicated, we can talk about it later.
Yeah, we should talk about it later. Like, as soon as you're free, I'll start messaging you stuff.
Awesome. And Carter?
I didn't do this last time. If we're working, can we pick what job we get?
Yes,
Can it be any job?
I believe so.
Can I convince Sergeant Vilroy to get me like a back room filing cabinet position in the watch?
Oh, absolutely. There's
Okay.
always some tremendously boring paperwork deal that needs to be done.
I'll do
The
that.
Goblin Secretary's assistant.
I'll do that for my first week.
All right. I'm gonna say, what would that be?
Can I use investigation for organization?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with that.
It's like the opposite.
Hey, you reorganize the hell out of that filing system and earn a comfortable lifestyle for the week.
Perfect. And then just a quick, like, totally side thing. This is like a job. Like, these are like case files, right?
If you want them, yeah, they're basically, it's just boring police finances, case files, whatever they need to put you on. You're able to get
Good.
what you need out of it.
For the second week, while I don't know if this would be like instead of working, but also while they're working, can he research something?
What are you hoping to research?
Um, the the night of the last case he went on. Anything he missed, anything extra that he could possibly find now that he's back in Sharn.
But the
'Cause they're
catch with research is you have to spend 50 gold on materials, bribes, gifts, and other expenses.
sure.
It's like maybe you didn't necessarily have access to these files originally when you had to like slip a few gold to the guy at the evidence locker.
Quick promotion.
Take Lily out on a date somewhere and get her. They'll give you the keys.
He'll do what he's got to do.
So this is just a flat intelligence check.
Flat intelligence check. Okay.
Oh. All right. You learn some stuff. I will talk to you about that between sessions.
Okay. And
Please
then
remind me about that if I don't get back to you.
okay. And then like it's not like a big thing. But how much do painter's supply cost? Can I just pick up one of those during the 2 weeks?
Yeah. I don't know how much it costs off the top of my head. They're in the guide somewhere.
Okay, I'll find them. I think during his evenings and nights, he'd go back to that area where the violinist was, because it seems like a nice park, and he'll paint there. And that's basically his 2 weeks.
Is he painting on like an easel or is he painting on the area?
Like graffiti.
Yeah.
He's painting on an easel.
Okay.
He follows the law. He's a good boy.
I mean, what's the difference between graffiti and beautifying your community, you know? So
Graffiti's illegal.
So here's a question you guys may not have to answer right now.
Uh-huh.
But we're going to be jumping ahead to the day of mourning, which is again the day that the whole country of Kyre just blew the hell up for reasons that are still unexplained. It's largely viewed as the beginning of the end of the war. How do you guys spend that day?
You know how Shoshana is usually the first one up at the crack of dawn making coffee for everyone? Instead, she's the first one up at the crack of dawn already drinking.
Tomans might not be there when people wake up. I need to work something out with you, Jeff.
Would Finn be with you, possibly?
Yeah, possibly.
Okay,
That is very possible.
Yep.
If
Oh,
I'm-
going in that escapade.
If I'm not completely shit-faced before anyone else wakes up, I've failed. That's what I'm doing.
Are there like festivities posted? Are they happening in a certain part of town, or are they just everywhere?
Not so much festivities. It's a solemn event. So there'd be like church gatherings. There'd be like various ceremonies. It's mentioned in the scandal rag section as well. The unofficial Prince of Kyre is apparently coming to participate in one such event.
I might have to. I don't suppose there's anything in particular that like the elven populations do for this, because they're not really from. I mean, I'm sure there's elves in Sire, but that's not like the main place. There's
No,
nothing like.
they weren't hugely involved with the war as a nation, I believe.
Okay, then I'm getting shit-faced.
Yeah.
I think Ivy would attend the prince's speech because I'm remembering a conversation from a long time ago, and she would have a reason to go and listen. So
But as you're all preparing to go about your day doing this stuff, there's a sudden urgent banging at the door.
at
Is
the
anyone actually here besides me?
This, for convenience sake, yes, you'll all be here while this is
I
your
was-
preparation for doing this.
I was gonna say Magnum just spends the day keeping Shoshana company. He doesn't seem
Yeah.
particularly affected by this.
If I'm not the only one in the room, then I'm definitely not getting the door.
I'll go get it.
But at the door are two officers of the Sharn Watch
Oh, good.
who appear to be tremendously out of breath, as though they've just run a marathon.
Morning, officers.
Hi there.
Sorry.
Commander Vilroy wants to talk to you guys right now.
Regarding?
Major international incident.
Magnum sends Scragamuffin to go round up everybody else.
Okay, we're all here.
If you aren't here yet.
Yeah, like for convenience sake,
yes.
you're all here.
Okay, Finn's immediately gonna look over with a cocked eyebrow and go, "What do you mean by that?"
That's all I can tell you right now.
Oh, God damn it.
I just lie face down on the bar until everyone comes here.
I'll just start following them if they're heading out. Like,
These two officers hop the bar, grab Shoshana, pick her up by the shoulders and legs, and drag her out.
that's not a good idea, sirs.
Yeah, I'm gonna attack them if they do that.
I'm joking. But if they do quickly collect you, you'll be taken to across town to Morgrave University.
They are probably like gonna hear spooky wailing in their minds as they come near me. One way or the other.
But we will stop there for tonight.
What university? Sorry.
Moorgrave University.
Which is not.
Oh, that means that Magnum now actually has more of an expression than just today is a day. He's just like big eyes, like. Like, he's not smiling. He just seems a little bit. Like the last time. Overwhelmed.
Good session, everyone.
Whee.
I'm surprised that much happened and we still had a shorter session.
Did anyone else want to try to get the renovations done over this stretch?
I'm good.
Or
I'm good for it.
I know that like we're all probably at a point where paying 133 gold would wipe out most of our gold on hand, so I'm totally good with not doing it right now, but
I had to spend it, so I don't have any.
okay.
I didn't know it was
I'm a
something we were
little
saving
short.
for.
I would be a little short. I could make it work, but
Yeah, then let's just wait. It's no rush.
I get 2 new spells that I'm trying to pick.
Question about Roll20. So if you're on your sheet, right, and you have a thing that gives you 1 extra damage dice on a crit, if you put that in the weapons like crit thing, that would be 3d6, right? For the crit?
I think so. But what you can do to test it is one of the values there is like crit range.
Uh-huh.
Just put that at 1 and then you'll just constantly roll crits. So just give that a test run and then you can see what the damage output is.
So that's 1d6 plus my dex, and then 3d6. So that shit should be 2d6, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then be sure to reset the crit range.
I don't know about that. Not necessary. Alright.
What do you have that gives you extra critical?
At 4th level, I took the Piercer feat. So if I hit with a piercing weapon, if I crit, it does an extra damage die.
Huh.
And I can also re-roll damage, but I have to take the second one.
Yeah, I actually made the case files public this time.
Woohoo.
Hmm.
I love those particular sketches there. There's a whole series of them. They're great.
I have too many windows open. I'm having a really hard time trying to decide on stuff. Jeff, to help me out with my decision. Out of curiosity, do you know what level we might get to?
I do not.
Do you know how... That's just asking it the same way, a different way.
Yes, sorry.